What are you doing, Tina?
What are you doing, Jenny?
We are two women living our best lives in the Black Hills of South Dakota, sharing our stories, laughs, and projects happening in the garage.
Whether you're looking for a bit of joy, a spark of creativity, or just a comforting voice, you can find it here. Unicorn! Hi, Amy.
Hi, Tina. Hi, Jenny.
Hello.
Wow, she's the bright one in the studio today.
She has been a little bit of a spitfire the last, 20 minutes.
What's going on with that? She just ate a Pop-Tart.
It took me 45 minutes to get her up this morning. 3 times.
It's not even like me. And normally when I wake up, I'm awake if I wake up. And this morning, I woke up and then I just fell dead back asleep for another half an hour.
And I didn't hear the shower or anything going, and I was like, Jenny, bellowing from the living room. And she's like, I'm up. 15 minutes later, still don't hear anything. Jenny? I'm up. And I said, you're not up, baby.
I'm up as I'm in bed.
I need to see the whites of your eyes out here. Then I know you're up.
Uh-huh.
We gotta crack a lack.
Yeah.
I feel you, Jenny. But why are you so chipper?
Well,
because of the extra 30 minutes?
no, because we just got back from we took a
vacation.
birthday
We took a
weekend trip
long
to
holiday,
Grand
long
Teton
weekend.
in Wyoming. And that place fed my soul.
And that's Jackson's Hole?
Jackson. Right, Amy?
Just Jackson.
It's just Jackson. It's just Jackson,
Jackson
Wyoming.
Hole.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel completely recharged. I got my batteries recharged.
We were both feeling pretty burned out. I told you a month ago on one of the episodes,
Yeah.
I came in here and I was like, I don't have it.
I think it's contagious.
And so now it's kind of made its way around the table. Jenny was feeling that way just with, I think, all of your own stuff, from a work perspective, professionally, life coach, just all of the things that you have on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. But then the worry over me from the surgery and the subsequent, issues after that. And
I haven't told you this, and I wouldn't have told you this while you were going through it, but I was afraid I was going to lose you. I mean, there was a moment, there was a couple days during your hospitalization, and Amy, you were there, and where I didn't know what direction it was going.
Yeah.
And nobody did.
Right.
And then...
and I didn't know any of that from anyone. I just was
and so
chugging
since
along,
you're the person I talk to about everything, but I can't talk to you about, I can't say that, right? I'm holding that,
right.
And I'm trying to put on a brave face so that you can be brave, and I'm, holding all these things inside. It's really stressful. And, I feel like when you're in a profession where you're called to give of yourself every day, and that's what people come to you for, is your energy and your, wisdom and your guidance and all of that. I was feeling like, I was going to work and just sort of opening a vein, right? Like, okay, everybody line up. And that is not a joyful way to walk through the world. And I do a lot of life coaching around burnout and around caregiver fatigue. And what I talk about to my clients is exactly what happened to me, and I didn't know it. And I always say caregiver burnout is like a frog that gets boiled in the water slowly.
Right.
And you don't know how hot the water is, and because it comes on so gradually. And then all of a sudden, it seems all of a sudden, but it's not. You find yourself in this place where you got nothing. Your cup is empty. You're tapped. You're trying to avoid people that need things from you.
Yeah.
And you have this tremendous sense of overwhelm. And we've had some messages from people who are also experiencing burnout. And I know everyone at this table has experienced burnout. And I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about some strategies to recharge. You know, not everybody can take off for a weekend in Grand Teton.
Right.
But I think there are other ways to cope with burnout. And I think we should talk about that today.
How are you feeling?
Burnout.
You are. Yeah, I mean, this morning.
I do not want to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
That's how I know I'm burnt out.
Yeah. What are some things? I mean, you have Rally coming up, and for those that don't understand the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, let's talk about that.
Oh.
The largest motorcycle rally in the country.
In the world.
Possibly the world.
And possibly the world, yes. This year is the 85th anniversary, so it's a numerical year that typically would provide extra traffic in town. What does your world look like coming into the rally? Like, when do things really ramp up for you, and for how long?
Well, Home Slice Media plays a huge part in the rally.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so I am there every day, all day. We do our shows from there. So we'll be doing our show in front of, kind of like on a stage in a media center right there on Main Street in Harley-Davidson. And
We're going to come hang out.
yeah, we just interview people. And
I feel like we should be the Sherpas that bring Amy like green tea and ice waters and clean food and,
low carb
Element
strawberry
or
cream
something. Yes, that.
when it all goes out the window.
Just for
You're like,
example.
I was thinking
Amy's like,
emergency,
he's
but
stopping at me 3 5-hour energies.
I'm over here thinking
I'm not burned out now.
maybe some emergency or some green compass, like,
that too.
right? Functional
Clorox
mushrooms or something. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like getting 5-hour energies in no-dose bottles.
Right. You're doing all the
Coffees.
chemical stuff. I'm thinking organic. Like, how can we do some green compass functional mushrooms? Or
Well, when the chips are down.
you take what you can get.
Gosh. Yeah. And so, a lot of times when you get burned out, you've been in this pattern of, overwork or overcare, or, you've been through something big like we went through, and there isn't a soft pillow at the end of that experience saying, come in, let me take care of you, let me nurture you, let me help recharge your batteries. And we have to do that for ourselves. And sometimes that's hard.
Yes.
What does that for you? Like, how can we help you going into these next, how many days is it, Amy?
The rally?
It's
10
like 10 days
yeah.
for you.
It's basically 2 weeks.
That you've got, 12, 14-hour days ahead of you.
This is how I normally feel after it.
And you're
I'm
feeling
going
that
into
way
it.
going in.
Yeah.
So
you're having dread.
I am.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But once I get there, I think I'll be fine.
You'll go through peaks and valleys. Just we're not telling you anything you don't know. You're the consummate pro. But I look back to my days of like the member guest, and we're back to back to back with 3 different member guests, and it's you ride the wave, right?
Yeah.
There's points of high and adrenaline and excitement, and then you hit this massive low, and you have to go find a corner to hide and turn your radio off so nobody can reach you.
Sometimes I just need peaceful situations.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So I have a thing that I do, and it involves my AirPods and my car. And so I have ADHD. Everyone knows this. I mean, everyone listening probably knows this. But sometimes I get overstimulated, and the rally is probably like that because it literally is a 24-hour constant drone of bike noise. Is to put my AirPods in on sound canceling, and then I go sit in my car and I play nothing through the AirPods. I just sit in the cone of silence. And sometimes that helps recharge me a little bit. And I also pray. I think my faith is a huge part of my life, and I just pray. And when I don't have the gas in the tank, I just borrow God's. I just say, can you do this whole day for me? Literally, God will do your entire day for you. On days when I wake up and I don't have it in the tank, I say, all right, God, you're up.
Yeah.
I need you to do this entire day for me, and I'm just going to follow the directions.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are my most beautiful days.
That kind of makes me think of when I tuck my son in at night and he says this little prayer. He says the same prayer every night.
Oh, tell us.
Oh, you want me to say it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, he says, and I got this off of online, of course, and it's just perfect. Dear God, thank you for today. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for every heartbeat and every breath.
Oh, I'm going to cry. That's
Help us
so
to love you
beautiful.
more this week and to love others. Amen.
Oh my gosh,
God.
that's
See?
awesome.
That is so good.
And then at the end, he always goes, and help Papa to fight off this cancer and help us all have a good day.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love that.
There's so much simplicity in that gratitude.
Yeah.
But it's so spot on.
It is.
You know, I think that we can
I feel
make
better
things,
already.
Yeah. I think that we can overcomplicate things, and it's just that. Thanks for waking me up. Thanks for every heartbeat. Thanks for this day. Amen.
Yeah. And help us to love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ask for help from
How can we
a
support
divine
you?
source.
What things will you need to kind of
What would make it
rally?
What would make
no pun intended.
What are like a couple things that would make it just a little bit easier?
More sleep.
More sleep.
And that's hard right now because Mike's in another country, and when he's asleep, I'm awake, and when I'm awake, he's asleep.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we stay up for each other. And
So
that's
are there
also why I'm
breaks?
Tired.
Do you
Yeah.
get breaks during the day, like periods of time that are
like
not
blocks?
where you're not on?
Yeah, yesterday I got my eyelashes done, and I got to sleep for an hour and a half.
Great.
So that was
Wow.
nice. Yeah.
Well,
Are
how about
you-
when you're up there? Will you have blocks of time that, or is it just like the minute you hit? You don't stay up there, do you?
No.
So you'll drive back and forth, which is more time added in and of itself.
Yeah.
How are there things that we can do? And please answer this. Don't say, "Oh no, I'm fine. I've got it." Are there things that we can do to help support you in this 10-day stretch?
I don't think so. There's never any time to do anything.
Well, but let me rephrase the question. What can we bring you, or how can we help at home with the kids, with transport, with like I'll pick you up every morning and drive you up there myself. It'll give you 30 minutes of extra
so
sleep
sweet.
or rest in the car.
That's so sweet.
Like seriously, no joke.
The drive to Sturgis is actually a peaceful thing.
It is.
Yeah. I just getting in the Jeep, turning some music on,
And
wind therapy.
zone out.
Wind
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I do
We're going to
enjoy
come
that.
visit you.
Yes, please do.
So
See, that'll help.
we will cooler stock
Yeah. We're going to do care packages.
the low carb strawberry cream monster.
Monster, yeah.
Do you know one of the
That's my naughty
sweetest
pleasure.
things that one of our friends did for us and this is such an easy thing, and I'm going to tell everyone about it because it was exactly what we needed. This is not healthy. Okay, but we have a friend, Lynn, who
Sweet Lynn
is
Paulson.
the sweetest human on the planet.
know.
Adorable. Oh my gosh. Incredible human.
Just a force of love. Anyway, the day Tina was getting discharged from the hospital, she dropped off a disposable, like a styrofoam cooler, and inside was a family-size Stouffer's frozen lasagna
Wow.
and like a bag of caramel rolls from a local restaurant in our town,
Colonial House.
From
that
Colonial
makes the
House.
best-
They're the best.
best rolls.
Behind my grandmother's.
So like 6
which I miss.
caramel rolls and a family-size frozen lasagna.
And
We
it
get
was-
home, and I'm like, I just walked in the house, threw my purse down, and turned the oven on. We
And it
baked
was
that
perfect.
lasagna, and it was so
what a
good.
great idea.
It's so
Yeah.
And just a lovely note, you know.
Like,
this isn't
these are-
healthy, but that's not what this is about, you know.
This is
comfort.
what always
This
makes
is,
me feel better.
you know.
It was so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So caring for other people. Oh, I'm gonna have to stop here.
Why?
Uh-oh.
Well, Tina, I have something that I would like to address with you
Oh gosh.
on the air.
Seriously?
Wow, this is serious.
Yep.
Wait,
And
hold
it
on, let me
has
get
to
comfortable.
do.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, it's truth time. You have a situation that it's not okay, Tina.
What?
It's your right eyebrow. And
Did you bring the little shimmy shamel?
Baby,
And-
I'm missing half my eyebrow.
I
It's
know,
not
but
my
you have
fault.
this gray one that grew in and it's sticking. What you don't
Oh, I
see,
see
is
it.
it's sticking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Tina, this will help my burnout.
Frank.
from-
His name's Frank.
And I've been wanting.
I used to have a little like skin tag right here on my chest, and I named her Beth. And I had Beth taken off when I had my breast reduction surgery, and sure as shit, Beth is growing back.
But we're
No way.
calling her Betsy now.
Yep,
She's cuter than Beth was.
She should be Beth 2.0.
she's tiny now.
I have a
she wants to come
breast
back.
lump. I call it Brandon.
Yeah,
And then the tumor that I had removed
Yeah.
is Brandon 2.0.
yeah. But this guy's Frank. You don't like Frank?
No,
Seriously?
Tina,
Frank?
it's so wiry.
Frank should go.
Frank's gotta go. Really?
Yeah.
I can't.
The
I can't
satisfaction of plucking that.
Where are my tweezers?
Do it. I don't know.
Tina
I've got.
knows where your tweezers are.
I don't know where yours are.
I put
Probably
them
at
in-
home.
I
put
say
them in-
just pinch and pull.
I have tweezers in my bag.
Oh yeah, let's get those out.
You have
Right
tweezers?
now?
See how I let her right into that?
Yeah, you don't
How
carry.
did we get here?
You don't carry like a little Dob kit.
I
in
only
your-
carry tweezers in the car because the light is so good in there.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I have a 5X little tiny mirror.
You guys are dicks.
We're proud to be.
Sometimes we have to do tough love for your own good, honey.
You're helping my burnout.
Dob kit.
How cute is
Oh
that?
my gosh, of course.
Do you want to see what's in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Noshinko
What is that?
hand sanitizer, and it's the most lovely smelling hand sanitizer you will ever
What is that
use.
from
Yeah.
Goop?
Here, I'll give it to her.
Looks a little fancy.
Yes.
No shinku.
Wow.
Zaditor.
Eye drops.
Allergy eye drops. My little,
Oh my god, it has a bee and flowers on it.
yeah,
That's so cute.
Look at
my little
that.
compact, so I can see Frank, and I can
Frank.
tell him goodbye.
Bye, Frank.
What else do I have in here?
Frank is taking over.
Mask.
When was the last time you used it?
That one's never been used. Zofran.
She's a
What is
delicate-
that for an erection
These are all
pill?
orchid survival
anti
supplies.
nausea.
Oh, Nancy.
Hand wipes.
Gosh,
Kleenex.
this is the most lesbian pouch I've ever seen in my life.
Lysol.
Oh my god.
Dental picker.
Floss picks.
Those
yeah.
are. I do that when I drive.
Yeah.
Me too.
Sanitary wipes.
That's from an airplane.
Courtesy of United Airlines.
Just a little,
Carmex.
your little collector.
That's not good for you.
It works in a pinch. But yeah, the petroleum
Just
is not my
straight
favorite.
Vaseline.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for the reminder, though.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
I
is
thought
it?
that was
Dental
the.
floss.
I thought that
Yeah.
was the
Oh,
Listerine.
the
breath.
Listerine. Yeah,
Oh,
those are
strips.
good.
I have to have those too.
What else do I have in
You
here?
always have good breath.
Thank you. Bacitracin.
What's that?
Like
Antibacterial ointment.
Antibacterial ointment.
Okay.
This is so good. This is Reduce by Green Compass. It's a topical pain reliever. So good.
When do you need that?
When I need all this other stuff.
Reduce is great, like when your hands hurt.
A tongue depressor?
No.
Nail file.
Glass nail file.
Yes. Give me that.
The last thing she pulls out.
Seriously, now listen, there are ground rules if you're going to do this.
Okay.
You can only pull that one. Repeat it.
I can only pull that one. I don't know why I'd want to
Only
pull
Frank.
any different one because...
And I don't even want to let go of Frank.
I should have brought my wax.
Only Frank.
Okay, only Frank. Okay, on the podcast.
Ow! God bless America.
There it is. I got it.
Why'd you have to do it so hard?
Well, because he was
You
a
should
big
have
one.
saved him.
You're not nice.
Okay.
You guys are dicks.
That was like a cat whisker.
It was.
It was.
He was long. I was, yeah.
And she wouldn't let me pluck him on the entire trip that we took
Nope.
because I would look over and of course that's what I see is her eyebrow in the driver's seat. And I'm like, come on. She's like, no,
Nope.
he's staying. Just did it to
And I
taunt me.
just did it to taunt her. True story.
How's it feel now?
Lighter.
Later.
Boys to men, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
That's right. I feel like I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
I loved
sorry.
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank will be
Well.
missed. No, he won't.
He aged out.
So, burnout.
He aged out.
he got gray.
He reached his limit.
That's right. Turned into a dinosaur. Can't help
He
it.
wasn't going to grow any farther.
That's
Burnout.
right.
He would have
Reached
started
his
curling.
maximum potential.
You guys are dorks.
Where'd you get your whisker at? I always get one right here.
I get one right here.
Same.
And yeah.
It's so fun to pluck.
You know what I hate are those ones
you
under
see
your
him?
chin where you can't see in the mirror, like it's the dimensions off in the magnifying mirror. So you're like, I don't know if that's. I
If
can
you
never
ever
get it.
see that on me, you better tell me.
Same deal.
Okay.
Totally
I don't
deal.
have any.
Pinky swear?
Pinky swear. Yeah.
I don't have any.
I'll tell you if you do.
Okay.
So, Amy, knowing that you have, this big mountain to climb ahead of you with the rally, what can you plan for yourself for after the rally that would help you rejuvenate?
Yeah.
I'm thinking hot tub.
Yeah.
Hot tub when I get home.
Have you, so at nighttime, each night when you come home, you can get in?
Yeah.
I think Jenny's question is more so related to at the end of the 10 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you?
Well, the 23rd, I get to go to another country. I can't say which country
Great.
Yeah.
on the air, but
Good.
Wonderful.
yes.
That'll be good.
I'm
Amy.
excited about that.
Yes, for 10 days.
That's a perfectly charged.
Well, it is, especially when you're traveling internationally, it's a
Yeah.
full day and then some.
Yeah.
And then it takes you a day or two just to kind of get your bearings.
I did notice that we have some listeners in that country.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That's super
know.
cool.
You should tell them you're coming.
Should I?
Let's do a TikTok.
We could. We
Okay.
could totally do a TikTok. Only if you want to have a slot of time to say hello. But certainly not expected.
How about we just give a clue and we don't say the country?
There we go.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm going to be over where Dracula's castle is.
There we go.
Ooh, that's cool.
Don't turn into a vampire.
Dun,
I'll
dun,
try.
dun.
So, back to burnout. So, Tina, you were also pretty tapped.
I was very tapped.
And we are kind of the same when it comes to what recharges us, but I want Tina to talk about what the mountains do for you.
So, isn't there a song like that?
Like Miley Cyrus?
Mountains something. No, it's like a grunge band from. Anyway, I love our boat. I love being on the lake. I loved our trip through California, driving up the coast, Santa Barbara up to, San Fran, Sacramento, over to Lake Tahoe, the ocean, fishing, all of those things. they're fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, what touches my soul and is an instant, it is truly instant. The minute we hit the bighorns, we weren't even to the Tetons yet. The minute we hit the bighorns, it's like my brain turns off,
Nice.
which is hard for me in day to day. It's always going. Even when I sleep, which is so hard for me, it's always planning, it's always scheduling, it's always thinking, it's researching, it's just churning. But the minute I hit the mountains, it stops. It's like I've lost my phone for people that, to put it in perspective, there's no cell signal. Mm-hmm. And I am present in every moment. There's no regret or thinking back. There's no planning or looking ahead, other than maybe for what is in store that day, for what we want to do. It is truly the place that I am most where my feet are. Mm-hmm. And it's it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I don't have to do anything. I don't feel the pull to create, produce,
manage.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost feel what you're saying as you describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so like I feel the connection to where my feet are. I feel what my eyes are seeing. Like I can feel the crack of, we went to sunrise at Mormon Row, the famous, the iconic barn that everybody takes photos of with Grand Teton behind it. Mm-hmm. It's iconic. So we went one morning for sunrise, and it was, 10 minutes to 6 when we got there, and still a little, dark and cold. And I can feel as the sun starts to crest behind you, and you're looking at the Tetons, you start to see the orangey pink, and then the shadows of the sun rising behind you, reflecting on those mountains.
And it turns like pink.
It's like this pink and gold and copper, yummy, delicious color, and there's still snow on some of the, in some of the crevices. But what I feel is it's kind of like that moment of, I don't recall the name of the movie, Nicolas Cage, when he, doesn't die. Do you remember the one?
I haven't seen that one.
I'll find the name of the movie. It doesn't matter. But it's like I can hear the sun hit those mountains. And I can feel the warmth. Even though it's 44 degrees, I immediately feel warm in my body. It's so hard to make somebody else feel that if you've never experienced that, but that is where that is instant for me.
I love that.
And that's where life is lived, right there.
What is it for you?
It's a lot the same. I have more range. Like I like the water. I like the ocean. But I think as I have gotten older, I also dearly love the mountains. And we live in such a beautiful place. So many times, especially during burnout, I'm like, well, why would I want to leave? It's so much work to leave. Like, I don't even think I could get there. Like, I'm so tapped, And for me, it's not about the destination. It's about leaving here, like leaving home and relieving myself of all of the responsibility. And I think for people who are experiencing burnout, especially caregiver burnout, The only antidote for that is a break, is a rest. Go stay with your sister. Go fly to find a friend. Like, you know, call a kid to come. You know, I mean, whatever you have, whatever that combo has to be. I learn things about myself and about the world around me and the people in it that I would never know if I stayed in my little hamster wheel, you know? And so I always feel like travel opens me, like it cracks me open, and I feel a huge infusion of creativity and of energy because I have like shed the bounds of my routine, and I have dedicated time, whether even if that's just behind the windshield, to just free think, and that's not a gift I get in my everyday life, and so I'm grateful for it. And you know, for me, Tina is home for me. Like that's where I feel at home, is with her, and so it doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. I feel a tremendous peace when we get dedicated alone time like that, because we don't do it very often. We should do it more. Yeah. Is my takeaway from coming back from this trip, is like, why don't we do that more? It was 3 days. You know, it was a weekend, but we packed it. We just packed it full of memories.
I love that.
The name of the movie is City of Angels.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and to follow up on what you said, we don't get alone time here often, and when we do, there's always work tied to it, with the exception of the occasional trip to the lake or the tub at night. But that's still, it's such a minute window of time.
And I will say that the tub at night has turned less into one-on-one time. Lately, we've had kids in the bathroom who need to talk to us.
Need to talk through
while
some
we're in the
things.
bathtub.
Yeah, they want to talk through things. So.
And which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know.
And for us to, you know, we took the dogs with us. Bless you.
Thank you. Bless you too.
We took the dogs with us, and to have, it's an 8-hour drive over. We took 10 because of the dogs. We stopped and swam them at a lake or a stream a couple times on the trip and what have you. But for us to have that dedicated amount of time and undivided attention, like, you can't escape. There's no out. For us to not only connect, but to dream and to plan and to just to talk, you know, to how are you feeling? What are you going through that we haven't had a chance to unpack? We did a lot of that on the way home last night. And I, you know, some of it is stuff that I didn't even realize that I was carrying or feeling. There was a stretch in the middle where we had just stopped at a reservoir to let the dogs swim. And when we got out, and we're toweling them off, and there's still chaos archers rolling around in the back, and, you know, Bernie's trying to jump on him, whatever. Well, I missed my turn. There's multiple ways you can come home. But I missed my turn to go through Thermopolis to be able to go through the Bighorns again and come home that way versus going to Casper, then to Gillette and Interstate, and there's not a whole lot to see. And I missed my turn. And it was miles down the road before I realized that I missed my turn. And I'm not going to backtrack and go do it. And I was super bummed. Like, it was a total buzzkill for me. And I carried that. And we stopped at this gas station to fill up with petrol, and Jenny needed to use the restroom, and I'm washing the windshield as she comes out, and I'm still just like disgruntled, right? I'm just That's the best way. I'm just
disappointed.
yeah. More so in myself, and that I'm not going to get to go through the mountains one last time. It's and we saw this monster moose like 5 feet from us on the way over there, coming through the bighorns. So I wanted to see if I could see a moose again. So I'm washing the windshield at the gas station, and Jenny comes out from the restroom, and she kind of hollers across the parking lot there and says, "Hey, can you come over here when you're finished?" And I said, "Sure." So I finish up what I'm doing, pull up in front of the gas station, and she introduces me to this older woman who is traveling with her daughter from California, and they're coming here to Mount Rushmore on their way to Massachusetts.
Delaware.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, thank you. And they had just hit an antelope.
Oh.
And they're in a hybrid, a tiny little hybrid, and it has throttled the front of their car. Oh, no. And it's her first car. She just got her license like 9-10 months ago. They're panicked, right? They're in a small town in the middle of Wyoming.
We are in Midwest Wyoming right now.
That's the name of the town.
Like it is. There's nothing in Midwest Wyoming except this gas station
Sinclair
that
station.
I can see.
Yeah. So Jenny says, "Hey, this is, tells me the story."
I come out and this girl is just weeping. Like right when I open the door, there's this weeping woman. And of course I stop and I say, "Are you okay?" And then she just like, it spills out. Like she's like, "We just hit a deer," and da-da-da. And I said, "Okay." I said, "Have you called the police?" She's like, "No." I said, "Well, okay. There's no cell service here." I said, "You might go inside and have them call law enforcement because you're going to need a police report for your insurance. And then got to let your car insurance know, but let me get my wife, Tina. She knows how to do everything." So hang on right there. So Tina comes up and I said, "Tina, I tell her what happened." And Tina's like, "Get me a blanket out of the car so I can lay down on the ground so we can try to see,
underneath.
If anything is leaking." Because I'm telling Tina, I'm like, if there's a way for them to drive this car out of here, they need to drive it anywhere but here.
Yeah.
Like to get real help.
At least to get to Casper.
Yeah.
So Jenny does that. She, I gets a blanket out of the car and I crawl underneath and I can see some fluid, coming out. I check everything else. Like you can't open the hood of the car because it's smashed in.
Right.
You can't open the passenger side because the front quarter panel has been smashed against the passenger door. It's a hybrid, so I'm trying to figure out where are all the gauges. I need to see, start it. I need to see what the oil gauge is showing for pressure and temperature and things. So I finally figure all that out, and I have her back it up because there's fluid, and it's just water condensation from the air conditioner.
To which Tina puts her finger in the fluid and then
smelled
tasted it.
No, I smelled it first.
Oh, okay.
I smelled it first. There was no smell. You just, if it was antifreeze, just a little touch of antifreeze on your tongue, it's not gonna. It would be sweet. It's not gonna hurt you, But yeah, it was water.
I can't wait for
Because
all the viewer
antifreeze now,
comments on this. About
antifreeze
Tina
now
tasting
can
the
be
antifreeze.
clear instead of that yellow color or Mountain Dew color.
Maybe it helps you with hot flashes.
But
I
maybe
don't know.
maybe
we
that's why I'm so
discovered something.
short. I feel like I've done this my whole life. Little dabble, do ya?
So anyway, we gave him our number and said, please
help her get the police report filed, and then she was on with her insurance company, and we said if you need anything, call.
Yeah.
But it was drivable. It was.
Oh, good.
But not at night. She'll have no headlights. It'll be. My guess is there's enough damage done to that little car that it's going to total it.
Yeah.
But no structural damage,
Or an
It's all
antelope.
good.
But my point being is, prior to that, I was pretty crabby. Mm-hmm. And then I got to help somebody.
Yep. And we got back in the car and she was a different person. Yep.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
It is for me.
Yeah. You got to be useful.
I got to be useful.
You were meant to miss that turn.
I was meant to miss that turn. God's plan.
Yep.
Not mine.
Thank you, Delaware, California ladies.
Yep.
That was great. And so then the only card I had was our Unicorn Projects card. So I write my number on there. I'm like, here's my cell phone number. You know, something happens or you get to Rapid City and you need a connection for something, please text or call me. And she's like, what is the Unicorn Projects? I go, oh, I said, we have a podcast and we're on social media. I said, and she's like, a podcast? Oh my God, we've been listening to these gossip podcasts, and this will be great, she said.
Now we're
and
talking
she's
about
totally
it. Right.
like in our age group, and I'm like, you're gonna like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was super, super awesome. But I think the takeaway for me is with burnout, it's that same thing we tell our kids: stop moving, raise your hand,
talking. Yep.
and ask for help. And I have a very busy schedule, and I went in actually you called my team.
I did.
And just said.
It was, I had been mentally kind of planning this for weeks prior to her birthday to take this trip over there. Well, then my surgery and the subsequent fallout from that happened, and I didn't know how I was going to feel. So I kind of pushed pause on everything. I didn't tell her. I didn't clear it with her team or anything like that because I didn't know how I was going to feel. And by like Tuesday of that week, I was like, okay, I think I can do it. Like, I feel pretty good. I can make the drive, no problem. So I called her team and said, look, here's what I'm planning. What does her schedule look like if we were to be gone and she was going to miss Thursday, Friday, Monday? And they said, let me, have a couple hours and shift some things around, and I think we can make it happen. I was like, perfect. So when she came home on Wednesday, I said, hey, I need you to pack a bag and with one nice dress, and we're going to load. We had a rental because my truck and all the stuff of being at the, surgery and hospital, and right before surgery, my truck got hit and run. Mm-hmm. So my truck was in the shop. So we took this rental. And I said, let's load the rental. We're leaving tomorrow morning. And she's like, and I said, I already called work, and I talked to, Maggie and Caroline, and it's all dialed in. They've got you covered. We're leaving tomorrow morning, and we're coming home on Monday.
That's so cute.
Ta-da.
So.
Yeah. It was an amazing weekend. But for anybody struggling with burnout, there are so many awesome resources online about burnout and articles about burnout. And I think being educated about burnout doesn't fix your burnout, okay? Mm-hmm. So you can't just read stuff about burnout and expect your burnout to go away.
Right.
But I think implementing some strategies, and it's a little different for everyone, like to tailor what is your antidote for burnout? Like if you try to think about being burned out and what are those things that recharge and reset you on the inside. And, for us, it's the mountains, but for some other people, it might be the beach, or for some other people, it could be camping, or, going to a spa, or
all of it.
All of it.
And I want to note too that, you can have short little hits of pressing pause that give you some relief, and determining what those are for yourself to relieve the day-to-day burnout of life. I mean, we are such busy people in society today. Everybody is constantly moving, and they're overstimulated, and the expectations are, we allow others to put expectations on ourselves that can detract from your emotional and mental well-being. And I think taking some of that control back is critical. And some short little ways to do that for me, are having really good boundaries and understanding that, yes, I can get to that, and being able to verbalize, I'm happy to help you. Yes, I can get to that. I just can't do it in this moment right now.
Right. We have this phrase that we say at our house all the time that it's now funny, but and all credit goes to Renee for this, but we say to each other all the time, that information is not available to me right now. Which means that, like, if you're asking someone, do you have people in your life who are like, you know, it's easy for them to look up, but they always ask you and expect you to look it up, like, you know? And so now I just say, like a kid or whatever, that information's not available to me right now. Like, if you want the information, go seek it out.
Right.
But I can't be encyclopedia right now. You know, like, I don't know, is okay to say too. And I think overwhelm is also a part of burnout, where I know I'm getting burned out when I feel more frequently overwhelmed. And when I'm frequently overwhelmed, this is one thing that works for me every single time. I don't know if it will work for everyone, but I make myself, bless you, I make myself go outside. And I sit outside for at least 15 minutes. Bless you, honey. Because nature has its own rhythm. Nature has its own cadence. And sometimes when we're feeling like the hamster on the wheel on the inside, we can go borrow nature's cadence a little bit.
Right.
And we can go outside and it kind of resets all of our adrenals, and we get some fresh air, and maybe we get a little vitamin D.
Finding a place of stillness,
Yeah, and when I come back inside, I'm better. But I will tell you, the idea of going outside when I'm in overwhelm seems like an awful idea. It's the last thing I want to do, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you make me.
And I make her. I will make her. And I think too that it's important to distinguish. A lot of times we say, I just want some peace and quiet. Well, it's hard to get both of those things, peace and quiet. Sometimes you can't. So for me, if I can just find stillness, even though there may be ambient noise, or that's why for Jenny, if it's in the moment, noise canceling headphones, go to a car, that to me is stillness. Mine is going outside. I'll take her. Being outside, walking in the yard, sitting in the yard, just being still provides that pause to help reset.
And also, you know, I think another thing we do really well is we sort of, I don't want to say sanitize our house, but like, I mean, from outside noise. So, you know, I think when I'm overwhelmed, I am very noise sensitive, like to, you know, like the speaker in the car for the phone just will drive me. Like I just am very, like, I just need everything to stop. And that's my own internal struggle, and it's a manifestation of my inner condition, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And so in those moments, even though we're in giving capacities, if you don't have anything to give, you can't manufacture that.
No.
Like, you can't
Cup's
make
empty.
it be.
Yep.
And so you have to listen to the signal and go fill your tank.
I notice it with the kids during the school year. I key into if they're frantic, or if they've tried to verbalize overwhelm, or I've just got so much to do, or the first place I start with them is their backpack. Go get your backpack. I need your school backpack. Because if we can declutter that backpack and then declutter their car, those two things usually bring them back to center. To me, clutter creates clutter.
Yes, same.
And if I can get them to understand that their tiny little bubble, if they can keep the noise, the junk, the clutter out of their little bubble, overwhelm is less likely to find its way in.
I have one other pro tip. With overwhelm is usually a feeling when we get like a rush of overwhelm, it's in that moment. And so one thing I do personally is I say, I am feeling overwhelmed, I say to myself. Is it fact or fiction? Because sometimes when you're getting burned out, it doesn't take a lot to overwhelm you. So if I say to myself, fact or fiction, I'm feeling overwhelmed. What am I overwhelmed about? And then I instantly make a list of things. And you know what usually happens? What's usually happened is I got 3 phone calls all at the same time. Maybe none of them are emergent phone calls. Maybe they're just calls that have to be returned before the end of the workday. Mm-hmm. And so if I really kind of list those things out and I look at it, and then I'm like, oh, that's not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But in my mind, if I don't do that, I just have overwhelm because I haven't bothered to like dig down deeper and find out, am I really overwhelmed or is this a symptom of my burnout? And if I see it on a list and can prioritize it, I feel way less overwhelmed. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
So what I'm telling you is a lot of times when I'm overwhelmed, the answer is fiction. It's fiction that I'm overwhelmed because the facts don't support like the overwhelm. And so if I can just sort of step through it that way in a logical way, and it helps me somehow.
Yeah. And delegate.
Yes, Amy. It's
I have
so
a hard
true.
time with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all 3 of us do.
I think I'm a control freak. That's why I don't like to
Well,
delegate.
don't use that. I mean, I don't like that term,
Controlling?
control freak. I think you like to manage. You are a nurturer. You are a giver.
Yeah.
And that is a form of being those things. Let me take that on for you. It's not controlling. It's let me take that on for you. Let me do. It comes from a place of kindness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe a touch of perfectionism.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's that too for sure. I was trying to let her
I'm gonna
off
do
with
it
some
better than
grace.
you.
I'm just saying. You remember when we were in Medora and we had all these like high achieving girls, right, that we're talking to. And I said, we were talking about perfectionism or something like that. And I just said, who's been a part of a group project? And all the girls were like, oh my gosh, you know, and I said, for all you high achieving girls, this is going to be your nemesis.
Yep.
Please
I said,
promise
but
me that we could do a podcast just on that topic. I could
the group
use
project.
that advice.
The group project where the perfectionist does all the work.
Yes.
And is pissed at everyone else because they're fucking sandbagging and not doing their part. And then you turn into this ugly person because you end up riding ass and they all hate you at the end, but you got an A. Like that's what happens, right? Over and over. And so
that's next week.
I laid down the challenge to those girls.
100%.
I just
that
said,
is us 3 right there.
oh my God. I said, I said, I'm sorry, this isn't over. You're going to experience this all the way through your life.
Right.
But
welcome to the party.
I just said, you know what that is? A leadership opportunity. So anyway.
It's good.
All right.
But I've never been a part of a group project that I was.
Where you got to take the second chair?
Never.
Never.
Have you?
Hell no.
You?
No. Everyone else just gets on their phone.
Yeah. the kind of running phrase is Tina's got it.
Tina's got it.
Yeah.
I had one classmate in college that literally wrote me a thank you card when he graduated because he every time there was a group project, he would just be like, I'm in her group, like in my group, because he knew we would get an A. And he told me at the end when we graduated, he said, I wouldn't have graduated if it weren't for these group projects.
I'm surprised he still doesn't call you. Can you do this for me?
Gosh, right.
Well, I love you both, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you're feeling some burnout right now, Amy, and you're headed into a long stretch. But
this really helped me.
we will certainly be here to help you through that.
Thank you. And I'm going to take you to your first rally concert.
Yes, we're so excited.
Yes.
We'll talk about that next week as well.
Do I get to meet Chad Kroeger from Nickelback?
I'm going to try.
Yes. Gosh. I know, I'm out.
Such
I like Nickelback.
Sometimes-
I do too, and it was
Sometimes
such a
they just don't want meet and greets. you
They
know?
don't, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was such a great. If you haven't seen the documentary on Nickelback, it's an incredible documentary.
I'll have to check it out.
It was really
Yeah,
well done.
It was
Yeah.
very good.
So
And fun fact, last time Nickelback was here, I saw them at Glencoe. And it was an amazing concert.
Wow.
Yeah. We're talking 06.
that's like back in the day.
2006.
That is a
That's
wild place.
That's a
That's
wild
right.
place.
You
I've
see
waited
stuff there,
19 years for another opportunity.
All right. Well,
I'm going to go write Chad Kroger right now.
let's go see what we can make
All right.
happen for
All
next
right.
week.
But you better give the phone number and website.
Phone number
yeah.
and website. Questions, comments. Follow the podcast. Share the podcast.
And not follow, just subscribe.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
See,
Yeah,
this
and
is
it's
how,
free.
subscribe. And
It's
it's
free.
free.
This is how
100%
little
free.
I know. This is why Jenny and Amy are in charge. I just show up. Phone number 844-605-LIFE, 844-605-5433. And the email address is info@theunicornprojects.com.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
kill it.
Great
You
job.
and listeners from all over the world. Here we go.
Here we go.
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Thank you for tuning in to the Unicorn Projects, hosted by Amy Rose with Jenny and Tina. Music by Caroline Kilty. Produced by Russ Haddon. Engineered by Chris Jaquez. It's the Unicorn Projects on the Home Slice Audio Network.